I've just had a mad nightmare. Absolute mare, broskies. Imagine first time recording for 2 minutes, realized it wasn't actually recording. Second time recording for half an hour, realized the mic wasn't connected, so there was no audio. And on top of that, this man flu, this cold hasn't gone anywhere. Third time, technically, recording this video. But either way, we're here. We're still turning up. We've got the broskies waiting for this one. Some of you anyway. The Jordan 1 High Black Toes. A lot of people are feeling them. A lot of people are like, oh, bruh, they're a Temu version of the Black Toes. You know, this, that. And I get it. I get both sides. I really do. Anyway, today's episode is all about this sneaker. We're going to be talking about the general vibes of this shoe, the Breds as well, comparing this to that, technically, sort of, kind of. I'm not trying to waffle too much in this video, man. I used all my energy up in the first take. So let's get down to business, bruh. In today's episode, it's all about the Jordan 1 High Black Toe Reimagined 2025. So yeah, the Black Toes. It's kind of a weird release because the Breds, that's what it's all been about. Everyone's running with the marketing, retailers, Nike, the banned ones and all of this, which it wasn't. It was the airships once upon a time. It's just, it looks cool. Gets the people talking, gets the people excited. New sneakerheads are gonna be more enticed. Oh my God, they were banned? Michael Jordan couldn't wear them? It's a way to sell the shoe that we've seen countless times. Patent leather ones. Every sort of version of that shoe has come out. AJKOs, you know, so they have to do something different. And they've done it with this shoe as well. Whether it's a good thing or not, it's all down to you. But let's talk about the box, because they've done something different here, which I really like. Now, on top of the box lids, we've got one of the most iconic photos that I can remember with Nike and Jordan. You can see how young he is. And yes, this is when he first started working with Nike, creating his Jordan brand as well. And if you look even more carefully, just like the pair that we've got, it's actually a sample pair. The Air Jordan logo is there instead of the Wings logo on the shoe. And this is what this whole reimagined sneaker is all about. Now, product sticker wise, it does say Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG, and the official colorway is white, black, varsity red, and sail. Opening up the lid though, and these little touches are super cool. We've got the Wings logo there, and yes, it says special attention M Jordan. Now again, another really cool touch, and to some, it's just tissue paper. But to us collectors, yeah, we love it. We've got so many iconic photos with Jordan from his young days, and even logos there too, like the Air Jordan that's actually on this shoe, and different variations to the Jordan Wings logo as well. Man, it's these little details that we need more of, especially with OG colorways. Now, in terms of sizing with this shoe, it's not different, but at the same time, it kind of is. Now, I defo noticed, and I have said this before, that this shape is very much like the lost and found Jordan 1s. For me, just like those, I went true to size and they're all good. It's just they do fit that little bit more snug. And a couple people have said the same thing to me as well. And whether they are snug enough for you to go half a size up, I don't really think so. And yes, for the 1000th time, I am narrow-footed, but look at that toe box. Comparing it to the lost and founds, they're pretty much spot on. Honestly, I think if you go with your normal Jordan 1 High sizing, you'll be all good. Now, it's time to take a look around this shoe to see what all the beef's about, you know, with OG purist collectors and Jordan 1 High enthusiasts, Jordan enthusiasts. Yeah, there's a couple things I like, couple things people don't like. Let's get the elephant out of the room. The Air Jordan logo is on there instead of the Wings logo. And for me, I actually don't mind it. I've said it in the past, when sneakers like this have been released over and over again, they have to do something different, just to give us something new to be excited about. That's my opinion anyway. And let's not forget, this is a reimagined, so yeah, I guess they had to change up something. Now, what I do sort of compare this sneaker to is the Air Max 1 86 Big Bubble. What Nike did, instead of giving us the same old 87 cut to the Air Max 1, you know, the white and red, they gave us a bit of a story in terms of what the sneaker was actually meant to be. Before the 86 recall and changing it over to the 87 cut, yeah, That was the original story, the original Air Max 1. And that's what they are technically doing with this shoe. And yet, some people are gonna like it, some people are gonna hate it. But at least it's something different. Now, in terms of the leather, it's not the greatest, I'm gonna be honest. But at the same time, it's not like a Nike Dunk, you know? It's not the worst. And I think the more you wear these, the more they're gonna look good. So yeah, there's that. Another unique and cool touch though, is the autograph on the inside of the left shoe. Now it is UV activated and I can't find my UV torch. So yeah, I'm gonna try my hardest to show it on camera, but it is super cool. It says, "My very best, Michael Jordan." Now lace wise though, I went for sale. I think I actually got them out of my lost and founds. And I think it's an absolute game changer. They did come with a black set and a red set, but for me, I just think this works. Let me know what you think though, broskies. Do these sale laces work, or would you have went for something else? Now in terms of the tongue, all blacked out here with the red Nike Air logo on top, and the insole is white with the black Nike Air at the back. Now, just like we had on the Lost and Founds, and I'm gonna compare them again because the whole shape of the shoe is very similar. From the cut of the ankle, from the curve at the back of the shoe, even the color of this red is so nice. It's muted, it's sort of retro vibes. And some people are gonna want that more vibrant red, but for me, I really like it. Now, yes, because it's a reimagined, the sail midsole is here, and it's not too overdone. I actually do like it. Now, unlike the Lost and Founds, which they added a sort of talcum powder underneath on the outsole, this one keeps it simple. The classic reds with the iconic Jordan 1 outsole. Just got to double check it's recording. The mic is all good. Ah, man, my nostrils, bruh. My nostrils are on strike. Anyway, we've got to get this stuff done, bruh. Jordan 1 high, black toes. What are we saying, broskies? Let's talk, because there's a lot of people on the fence. Some people like them. Some people don't. Some people love them. Some people hate them. But let's decide together whether these are a buy or a buy. Now, this is kind of like the second place prize to the Breds that everyone is going mad over at the moment. And I can't blame people. The marketing is top tier, even though it's a big lie. But I guess, like I've said, it gets people talking, it gets people buying into the whole thing, gets people wanting to know more. And the fact they were limited, allegedly, don't get me started on that one. Yeah, it gets people more wanting those sneakers. And opposed to this sneaker, I don't know. I don't think these are gonna be the big hitters, and especially the fact that these release a day later. A day later. One day. Not a week. 1 day. 24 hours later, this sneaker releases compared to the Breds. It's either a genius move. If you don't get those, you can get these, or it's a big mistake that these are gonna sit. And I think these will sit, you know? £175, can you spend that amount of money after spending what? £185 compared to the Breds? I've seen people get both though, don't get me wrong. And I think Jordan 1 collectors, Jordan 1 enthusiasts especially, they're gonna want both, let's be honest. And for me, I kinda had to choose. I don't really like the Breds, you know, the 85 cut. I think it's a fire colorway. Still a cool shoe. It's just this shape, it keeps it simple for me. And I love this colorway more. It's just the white breaks it up a little bit more, makes it more wearable for me anyway. Don't get me wrong, I did get a bit of FOMO with the Breds, seeing everyone get them early. And yeah, I'm just glad these came out early too. There was exclusive access, these dropped on end before that as well. I like them though. I know the Air Jordan part of the shoe is a bit gimmicky to some. It's something that turns people off of the shoe. The signature as well, you're gonna like those sort of hits or not. And the whole reimagined to certain iconic shoes, a lot of people don't like it, especially the purists. But for me, things that actually sell the shoe even more because it's such an iconic colorway. Things like the box, you know, the tissue paper, those sort of nods, the unique vibes to it, they're definitely gonna stand out. You can't please everyone. And that's a fact. For me though, my first black toe, I love them, loving the reimagined vibes, liking it's the same shape as the Lost and Found as well. And for me to get these, I weren't meant to keep them, by the way. It was more of a curiosity, killed the cat kind of thing. But here we are. It is what it is. I love them. I'm gonna wear the heck out of them. Does that make sense? Wear the hell out of them. I am indeed giving these an absolute buy. I was gonna charge it up even more, but yeah, nostrils on strike, remember. Let me know what you think down below though, broskies. Are you going for them on release? Are you waiting for them to go on the resale market, to go under retail, which I think they will? Did you get early access like a lot of people did? Or is this an absolute miss? And thank you for stopping by, broskies. I know I'm not 100%, but we still have to get the content out for ya, especially this sneaker. I can't wait to wear these. Might actually wear these today or tomorrow and the next day. There's no rules. Anyways, don't forget to like, comment, share, all that good stuff. And yes, until the next episode, take care. Oh, God. That wasn't the best thing to do, bruh. Ooh. Please tell me I was recording.